Good morning, vlog. You might be able to hear it, but I have woken up with a sore throat this morning. Is this it? Do I have the COVID? I need to do a test. Are you all right in the garage?
Yeah.
What's the slamming, babe?
What's slamming?
Hey, have you been taking your medicine from Mum?
Yeah.
Your sore throat capsules?
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. Do you want to come keep me company whilst I tickle my brain? Oh, I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Enjoys it.
It hurts. I'm not meant to have something up that high.
You are the rectist.
Wrong.
What? I should eat some breakfast.
How did you get this in here?
What do you mean?
The dripper. Am I doing it wrong?
Did you put the swab in?
Yes. I did the swellies. What are you doing?
French toast.
Is there gonna be some for me?
Do you want some?
I always want some French toast. 15-minute timer. Okay. The test came back as negative, so apparently I don't have it. I was possibly just really dehydrated, or if it's anything like Titus's. He had a sore throat, tested negative, and then the next day he got like even worse, and then he tested positive, so maybe that's the thing. But do you know what is the worst? Doing compost. I hate this job so much. Where can I put you guys? Ugh. Oh god, I'm so pale now. It's really not that bad, to be honest. I just hate it. Oh, the sun is good though. What shall we do today? In yesterday's vlog, I kind of had a list of things I want to do. I've already woken up and done my schoolwork. I reckon we can finish that book today, actually. Maybe do some baking. Wee. Look at the breakfast. Thank you, baby. Also, do you guys remember this mug? It feels very relevant right now again. Honestly, you guys are going to see so much washing being done over this course of these few weeks. We just did all of that washing, and now we've got the mattress topper, which is going to take forever to dry, but it's one of those things that's needed doing. Finally done it. I did keep reading this book last night, and I got up to page 247, so I'm officially into like part 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, 5. I think there's 5 parts, and we've seen a character pop up, and I feel like I've made a prediction, is what I'm saying. I have made a prediction as to what I think is going to happen, and I'm very intrigued to see if that will happen or not. If it does happen, I think that's a very obvious, uninspiring conclusion to the boys. But I'm still going through it. I'm definitely going to be able to finish this one. But the more I'm reading it, I'll be honest, the more I'm disliking it, because I'm just getting more and more over the writing style. I just don't like his writing style. It happens. In a way, it's kind of reassuring that I didn't DNF his previous books and miss out on something. I would have disliked those too. Progress report on the book, guys. I'm on to page 320, less than 70 pages left. I definitely think I can finish this now. But I do think the dogs are barking outside. But I do think that what I predicted is about to come true. So lame. But let's keep going. What I exactly predicted didn't come to fruition, so yay. But like, it kind of almost did, so nay. I don't know why I just keep updating you with this. I guess I'm trying to motivate myself to keep going. I'm nearly there. By the way, if anyone is like looking at all of the shoes that are behind me, I'm selling things on Trade Me. You will probably have heard me talk about Trade Me, because that's where I buy a lot of my secondhand books when I used to buy books. Not anymore, because I realised consumerism is the reason I was buying books. But yeah, I'm selling a lot of my clothing on Trade Me at the moment. There's literally a huge bin right here. But anyway, oh, my throat. I'm coming at you guys because I finished this. And using Titus's rating from the last vlog, the vlog before the last vlog, one of the vlogs, I'm going to give this 2 stars, because for me it was quite mediocre. I always find it hard to review books which have death in them, because as someone who is very much alive and touch wood has not, as far as I'm aware of, like knocking on, I don't have a terminal illness or anything. I always find it really hard to talk about this because I'm quite healthy at the moment, touch wood. So please know, whenever I talk about this book or books which have to do with death, I'm not minimising the impact death has on a person or their family. I'm just, little disclaimer. I'm trying to not censor myself as much. I realised in yesterday's vlog and in that wrap up of books that I've read so far in 2022, how much I try to censor myself and make sure I don't offend anyone. I know myself, I'm not a bad person, so if people misconstrue my words, then that's just good old miscommunication and perhaps them taking things too personally. So I'm going to try not to censor myself. I found this book repetitive in its messages about death. I also really disliked the gay relationship in this book. No, I don't need to excuse myself. I disliked the gay relationship, not because they were gay, but because they fell in love under the space of 24 hours. Like, no. None of that relationship was convincing to me whatsoever. I just found it really fake and forced, and like they realised, oh, we're going to die, so I may as well kiss a guy. That's how it felt. In terms of the repetitiveness, it was just constantly like, come on, Matteo, you can live life. Thanks, Rufus. Thanks for encouraging me to live life. Like that was the sentiment throughout the whole book, repeated, or vice versa. Rufus saying something like, oh, I'm glad you've made me realise who I really am. I'm not a bad person. Matteo, of course you're not. I'm here for you, bro. It's just, I also got the chair out because I want to get my wheel down. By the way, do you like my matching like sweatsuit little moment? Welcome to day 14 of the Pinspired Challenge. This is my inspiration. We start with me hobbling around after I hit my shin on the corner of the bed. You might be able to tell already, but my voice is a little bit croaky, which isn't a great sign. So I really wanted to feel comfy and cozy. I want to get my reel down because I have this whole shelf of ARCs up here, this shelf back here. And I just want to keep chipping away at it. Ideally, I've read a lot of the ones sent to me from HarperCollins, but I've got some from Bloomsbury I haven't read, but I can't choose, so I'm going to use the wheel. I'm going to bring the wheel out, and that says pretty cover. Sorry for the glare, guys. Oh, I just have to turn it away from you a little bit. Okay. What book? That was a pathetic spin. Oh no, it's going. Okay. What counts up there? I mean, technically it's on adult and classic. I mean, if I did this, it's on classic, but it's pointing towards adult too. So, let me have a look. I feel like, by the way, guys, every book you see here has been sent to me. I feel like The Searchers would count as a classic just because it's like historical. Same for The Radio Operator, which is actually quite small looking, so potential. But if it was adult, I think I should really read Milkfed. They sent this to me ages ago. But I could also read Don't Hate the Player, which was also sent to me by Bloomsbury. Casey McQuiston. She's the one who wrote Red, White and Royal Blue, right? Okay. I am going to go watch the game, so I'm going to put these up in my Instagram for people to vote on as well. Okay. Alrighty, editing yesterday's thumbnail. Game 1. Go Golden State, gold-blooded. Although Luka Doncic is a great watch too. Alright guys, it has gotten drastically darker and I'm just not... Ugh, my energy has just plummeted. I did write a poem though, not going to share it though. And I came in here because you guys voted. And I am going to be reading Don't Hate the Play, which I'm actually really happy about. I think I'm more in the mood for this than a historical book. I just have nothing to say. I think I'm going to make this vlog a 2-day vlog, excuse me. So I'm just going to sign off for the night. Night, guys. See you tomorrow morning. It looks like I am naked, but I promise I have a singlet on. I feel poorly, man. I am not doing the greatest. I woke up this morning, sorry, you guys are just balancing on my laptop. I woke up this morning with a killer headache. I actually went to bed last night with a killer headache and a sore throat, but I've tested myself and I'm negative. So it might just be like general sickness. I'm hoping either it becomes COVID and then I can get days off work, because, you know, I can't go to work with COVID, or I want to get better over the next couple of days, so when I go back to work I'm healthy. I essentially don't want to have to take more time off work just for general sickness. I don't know why. It's valid to just be like have a flu, but yeah, I woke up this morning to absolute intense rain. And it turns out that Levin, so where my parents are, it's 40 minutes away from us. It's my childhood town when we moved to New Zealand, had a tornado. And if you're from somewhere where you have a lot of tornadoes, you might think, yeah, what's new? We don't get tornadoes in New Zealand. Like, it's just not something we get. So for it to happen in Levin as well, it was a bit intense. I'll insert some pictures that I found online. Some intense damage. So I spent a little bit of time on the phone with my mum and my dad. They're okay. Our house wasn't affected. Thankfully, I would have hated to think all of their like new renovations and their little farm and all the animals would have gotten hurt. But they're okay. I hope, I mean, so far no one's been hurt. It's all been property damage. And hopefully news doesn't come out of anyone getting decently hurt. There's update, really sad to report that in Cambridge, so that's closer to Auckland, it's a lot further north than where we are, strong winds were experienced, and very sadly an 80-year-old elderly woman was taking shelter under a tree before it fell on her and trapped her, and she did sadly pass away in hospital. Lots of road closures. There's 2 high schools. My mum works at one, but the other high school was shut for the day, I've learnt. Poor mum is still at school. But yeah, it's just one of those situations where you really don't expect something like that. But the rest of the morning I have spent, actually, do I tell you guys? Yeah, why not? Figuring out the process to apply to be a teacher in Victoria, in Melbourne, so Australia. This has been something I've talked about in the past, but Titus and I are adamant we both really want to move at the end of this year. New Zealand's a beautiful country, but we both agree that we've just outgrown it. When we went on a trip over the Easter, it was actually our engagement trip, we had a good time, but we kind of realised we felt like we have done everything and have made, what's the word I'm looking for, what's the phrase? Done everything and, I can't think of the phrase. My brain is also not working, so I'm really sorry if I stop and start in between my sentences. But we've just outgrown New Zealand, and we've talked about living in a city for the longest time. I have whānau over in Melbourne who are more than willing to help us kind of set up. So, end of year, hopefully, there will be moving vlogs because we'll be moving. Cold chills. Oh my gosh. You guys see my arm hair? Is that a thing you guys can see? Oh. What was I saying? See, this is what I mean. My brain just stops working. Oh yeah. We honestly were wanting to move after my second year of teaching to Australia once Titus had done his master's. And then we were both going to make a fresh start over there because the big thing is, like, I know the world shouldn't revolve around money, but money plays a big part of it. And there's just so many more jobs over in Australia for Titus's profession. And just to be blunt, New Zealand is getting ridiculously expensive. And whilst being a teacher isn't bad money, it's better over in Australia. The rent here is phenomenal. If we moved over there, we would have significantly more net income between us. Like, I think it would double, at least double. So basically this morning I've just spent some time figuring out the process for getting registered over there as a teacher, because I do want to still teach. And it doesn't actually seem too complicated. It's just a bunch of hoops to jump through, forms to fill in. So now I know what I'm doing. That's good. I feel like this has been a long intro for the second half of this vlog, but but a little reading update. By the way, yes, this is a cotton bud. I have a bunch of cotton pad. I do have a bunch of bookmarks. I just never got out of bed to get one. I made it to page 50 of Don't Hate the Player, and I have to say, I'm really enjoying it. It's giving me Slay or Warcross vibes, where one of the characters is a female and she's really good at gaming and she's kind of like a hidden figure. But it's really good so far. Considering it's a debut novel by Alexis Ned, I think her writing style is very... Look, it's nothing new, but it's very synonymous with the young adult sphere at the moment. So I do think people will enjoy this novel, which is awesome. Also, romance subplot is definitely a thing in here. So that's the thing. I just said I look like a... Well, he didn't actually say Greek goddess. He said very... like Roby, and I just took that to mean a Greek goddess. But I am, by the way, I do have like pants on. Please don't think I'm flashing you naked. Look, I've got shorts. But anyway, I am gonna go have a shower and then get wrapped up warm and then I'll see what I can scrounge up to eat, eh? You know what I haven't had in ages but feel like today? Porridge. Should I make some porridge? Heck, the weather's definitely porridge weather. It was just lightning and thunder, guys. And I'm outside because I need to move my car. Oh, good decision making. So my car was there, but I moved it because even though insurance is a thing, I do not trust these trees. Go on. Get it. Get it. Nice, babe. It's blue sky out there now. Guys, so it's now like 8 p.m. and I haven't updated y'all because I literally watched a basketball game and fell asleep, and I've just had dinner. And your gal, I don't know if I can show you this without like moving it. Can you guys see that faint line? I don't think you can. I'm COVID positive. And honestly, I'm really happy because, like, now it means I get another week off work. Not that I'm happy to miss work, but more like I know what's wrong. So far, my symptoms have been intense headaches and obviously my throat. But oh, and I can't get hot, cold sweats. But yeah, I'm going to sign off for the night because I obviously need to sleep more. But the COVID vlogs, I've got COVID. It's a thing. Okay, night night.